All right, our developing story tonight. The ATM has officially filed papers in the Constitutional Court. They're opposing President Cyril Ramaphosa's review of the Phala Phala report. At the same time, the party is among those pressing for a secret ballot when MPs debate the matter tomorrow in the National Assembly. We're joined by Newzroom Afrika's Erin. She's live for us in Cape Town tonight. So, Erin, we're seeing the ATM really continue to fight this matter on two fronts, calling for a secret ballot and then heading to court. What are they saying in their court papers around the strengths and the merits of the president's case?
Well, they're saying the president's case is entirely without merit, Kathy, and that the Constitutional Court shouldn't even entertain hearing it. The ATM, in its 36-page submission filed this afternoon in the Apex Court, saying that the matter should be chucked out with costs, and arguing that the president has erred in going straight to the Constitutional Court. The ATM is arguing that the court, if it does entertain this review application whatsoever, should have the insight and the legal sort of intelligence, you could say, of the High Court and the FCA. It's arguing the president hasn't set out why he should have direct access to the Constitutional Court. And also, you know, a week ago, we were covering the fact that the president had filed his 53-odd, I think it was, page submission. Now we're looking at the ATM's response. He'd poked holes at the report. In turn, the ATM is throwing legal arrows right back at the president. A little bit earlier today on Newzroom Afrika, we heard from Vuyo Zungula, head of the ATM, and here's some of what he's been saying around this whole Phala Phala Section 89 independent panel matter.
We don't understand why the president would cite a non-existent panel. There's no longer a panel now. Secondly, not cite the 14 parties that are represented in Parliament, and also try to intimidate a member of Parliament by citing a member of Parliament in his personal capacity. We view that as somewhat he's trying to intimidate and threaten us as members of Parliament from doing what we are constitutionally required to do. The second thing is that he does not submit his application on an urgent basis, meaning he does not want this to be heard before the sitting. He's just trying to buy time, and it does not make sense for a person who claims to be innocent, who goes to court to stop a process where he could go in that impeachment committee and just provide all of the evidence and prove his innocence.
Well, while the war, this is before the courts, continues, of course, it has no bearing on what will happen tomorrow in Parliament. The ATM then also wanting to have a motion, a secret ballot in tomorrow's vote. Erin?
Yes, Kathy, that's right. And UDM leader General Bantu Holomisa on the same side of things when it comes to a secret ballot. Of course, that would be to free up members of the ANC caucus who may want to see impeachment move forward to be able to do so. We had in some of the Sunday papers reports that Gwede Mantashe of the ANC was insisting that the people toe the party line and follow suit with the caucus en masse in backing the head of state and the head of the party, as the ANC has wanted to do and always has done really in the past. But really interesting to see what's now come through in those submissions from the ATM. Another thing in the papers that Zungula signed off and which was put before the ConCourt this afternoon is that he's saying the president is really tackling what is an advisory report, a sort of preliminary report, and the legal submissions from the ATM also outlining 8 steps in the impeachment process. And as we heard there in that commentary from him also saying in his legal submissions that there would be an opportunity to ventilate matters, to dispute issues of fact and so forth, were it to move forward into a committee stage, but him saying that it's up to the National Assembly to decide. Now, Kathy, earlier today I spoke to law professor at Stellenbosch University and former public protector, Advocate Thuli Madonsela. Of course, the current acting public protector is looking into Phala Phala and has some senior investigators on the matter. Here's what Madonsela had to say earlier.
You do know that I have made my comments on the outcome of the panel. A panel of people I respect a lot, particularly the head of the panel, Justice. But I do think, with all due respect, that he made many errors in law in this particular case.
All right, Erin, we'll have to leave it there for tonight. And, of course, you can expect she'll be following some of those developments for us throughout tomorrow.